Welcome to In the Moment with Courtia Kuzan. Glad you're here on this Fire It Up Friday. All right, folks, I know you're out there and you're waiting to just punch that clock to say, hey, it's weekend time. Time to kick back, time to relax, and time to just go ahead and say, wow, let's enjoy the fruits of our labor that we've gone through this entire week. I tell you what, it's very interesting and exciting out there. But, folks, my friends, my family, hey, why don't you call in on a local radio station at 318-484-2500 and then toll free at 877-464-2500. And on this Fire It Up Friday today, we've got a very extra special guest, a very, what can I say, astute young man, a young entrepreneur. He's making it happen in the fitness aspect of the industry. His name is Richard Jefferson. He is the owner of Rich Body Fitness. I mean, we have him on today, and I tell you, I'm not that I'm a stalker or anything, but, you know, checking him out in the gym when we're working out, and I say this young man's got it all together. But, you know, I had to get him on the show just because of how, you know, he carried himself and everything he was doing. So, Richard, why don't you go ahead and say hello to everyone out there?
Hey, how y'all doing? Wake it up. Let's get to it.
Amen, amen. I like that. I tell you, it's like I said, this is Fire It Up Friday, and everything that I've been seeing this young man do, it's really allowed me to just take notice of him. I mean, it's something. Let me ask you this, Richard. How old are you actually?
I'm 25.
25. Okay. Family, look. Got a 25-year-old, and man, I can't even remember what I was doing when I was 25. But we've got a young man, 25 years old, and you know it's not about race or anything as far as like on this program, but he's a young African American brother. Okay, you know, out of college. You know, did what he needed to do, kept his mind on straight. I'm sure just by looking at him, he's had the right type of people in his life to actually give him a course correction if necessary. But what's really significant is that, like so many individuals that just get out of college, he's doing something, okay? Whether he at first may have not been able to apply what was going on with his degree or whatever's going on, he took the initiative to go ahead and do something. And he's doing it right now in his own personal training business, which is Rich Body Fitness. So, Rich, let me ask you this. What prompted you? What got you started in all of this?
I got hurt in college football.
Okay.
I already got hurt, and I wasn't doing this at first. I was an athletic training major. So when I got hurt my senior year and I came back, I changed my major to exercise science because I wanted to know how the body really works. Okay. Like why I'm hurt.
Why?
Like I played all these sports. I never been hurt. So why my senior year of college I get hurt?
Wow.
And I continued getting hurt after that. So I was like, let's see how the body works.
That's something. That really, really is something. I tell you, it's funny you actually say that you got hurt in your senior year of college, and you know I've shared that story with my kids. You know, because I used to play football in high school, and then all of a sudden, was playing football. Literally got hurt in my freshman year. Wow. Broke my kneecap in half. Okay. Wow. Strengthened the leg back up. Even with that, came back my senior year, and then you know got hurt again. But just like you said, it just seemed like after that it kept getting
right.
hurt over and over and over, and I never realized why. So in saying that, what did you find, or what did you come up with to basically show why you continue to get hurt?
I think I was so ready to get back to playing because I didn't want to sit on the sideline. I wanted to be out there with my teammates. So I guess I rushed the process. So right now, one of my mottos, my strong motto in my business, trust the process. You can't rush it.
Well, you hear that? He said, trust the process. You know, he's talking about physical fitness, but I think that goes to a lot of different areas of your life, trusting the process. And, you know, I'll take that right now as God just, you know, saying, hey, I just spoke to you. He's talking to me right now, and I think he's talking to everyone under the sound of my voice right now. Trust the process. So, I mean, and just like you said, Richard, wow, I can just, you know, resonate with that especially being guys, let's just be real, right, okay? Right. We get the big head.
Yes, we do.
Okay, we get egotistical, especially when it comes to sports.
A lot of pride.
Oh, yeah, and definitely you like, oh, no, I am not going to lose my starting spot. Right. No, that is not going to happen.
And I did.
And you
I did. I'm glad you said that.
And you get out there where it seems like you're holding your leg or whatever it is together with some super glue and some duct tape yes. or whatever else you need. And then all of a sudden, you're out there on the field and you just get hurt, you know, barely able to move. Coach is like, walk it off, walk it off.
You trying to walk it off.
So, definitely a lot of you guys out there that are listening right now, you're like, yeah, I know that was the case. I look on it right now and I just think, wow, how foolish I was at that point in time to actually risk, my total health for down the road just for that one moment, that one aspect of life. I mean, as far as like how so many of us just want to get out there, okay? For all of the ones that are listening right now, there are parents that are listening, okay? There are people, single individuals that are listening. There are people that are connected in athletics. And, some of them actually have concerns when it comes to, like, their kids in high school, junior high, and so on. I mean, what kind of advice would you actually give them in the area of helping their kids to, have that physical fitness for preparation in sports?
I run across a lot of really moms, not dads, talking about they don't want their kids to play sports, mainly football. So, because they're gonna get hurt and they
right.
get too little.
Right.
But you can get into the fitness world and really learn that you can bulk up, I'm gonna say the nutrition part is the main part.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure your kids on a great nutrition plan. Make sure they're hitting the weight room hard. And don't care how small they are, they can play football or any sport they want to play. Because we can walk down the stairs and get hurt.
Yeah, I'm looking at a few people right in front of me right now that's happened to many times. So I know you mentioned the nutrition part, and I tell my kids all the time, and my wife and I, you see us in the gym, and even though you get in there and you're doing the weights and you're doing the cardio, how important is the nutritional aspect of actually physical fitness?
It's so important, especially to me, and I make sure my clients know that you can be in the gym 23 hours a day. If that next hour you mess it up by eating Burger King, McDonald's, Taco Bell, that 23 hours you were just in the gym really doesn't mean anything, really. So what you do outside the gym really matters.
So if you were giving it like a percentage, okay, how much of a percentage would you say the nutritional aspect is of working out?
The easiest question, 80-20 rule.
80-20 rule.
80% of it nutrition, 20% of it is the gym.
She like my wife just pointed out. I think I say that all the time. That the working out. I mean, that's just the easy part. Yes. No matter how much you're sucking wind up in there,
right.
That's just the easy part. But I mean, the nutritional aspect.
That's the 80%.
Man, that's the big beast right there. Oh my goodness, that's the beast right there. So. It's like you said, I've seen that a lot of individuals, and speaking about the nutritional aspect, just because so many people, and, I'm going to throw myself out there, so many people actually struggle with the nutritional aspect. And I keep saying to myself, I'm trying to make it to where I don't bulk up, but I want to be trimmed down. But then, of course, the big head comes in again, right? You see somebody come on a Smith machine benching on side of you, and they got about 250, trying to throw 300 on. Oh, man, I'm going to hit that. But then, your body is like, you do realize you're not 25 anymore, right?
Right. But I tell people, don't put no limits on yourself. Don't put no limits on yourself.
Look, you hear that out there. Hey, you guys that'll past your 40s, 50s, and up there. You heard the man, you heard the professor. He said, don't put any limits out on yourself. But I'm just throwing a little tidbit. You better be smart about it, too.
Right.
Because your wife will be laughing at you later on that night. So, Rich, let me actually ask you this. Now, when you are with your clients, okay, when you're with your clients, and, we're going to stay on this point before we even get close to go into the break. But how do you actually guide them in their nutrition? I mean, is that something that you actually key on? You suggest certain, diet plans? You tell them what foods to eat? How do you help them in that area?
Once I get my clients, I ask them, what do you like to eat? Mm-hmm. Like, how can I help you? If they want to be helped, I would love to help them. I give them a free grocery list with their favorite fruits, vegetables, protein. So if they want me to go farther to making them a meal plan, it goes off those categories. What's your favorite fruits? What's your favorite meats? What's your favorite vegetables? So, because if I make you a meal plan and you don't like broccoli, why would I put broccoli in your meal plan? Now I'm just setting you up for failure. So I make sure I hit those key points, and I make that to your goals.
I like that. Family, I hope you're listening because it sounds like we got the full package going on here because, I've heard so many people that have been in the personal training world, they're talking about the fitness aspect of it. And, I never really hear anybody bring out the whole nutritional aspect. And I tell you, I actually follow one person on Instagram and I see what they do during the course of a weekend. Richard, I don't know if you actually do that with the meal preparation and, all of that. And I look at all those containers that they have spread out on the counter, and I'm like, oh, my Lord, that's a job in itself, putting all of that stuff together. But, I mean, what's really important is that, let me see if I've got this right. Just like I share with my wife, you can't, I think it's more so to where when it comes to the nutrition, as far as like you said with the foods that you will eat, okay, is it that the things, okay, say like you just said broccoli. You're not going to put broccoli on, someone's nutrition plan if they don't want to eat broccoli. I mean, have you been able to, identify certain trigger foods that actually, pretty much jump starts or really gets a person's body moving?
So that comes with the breakfast. A lot of my clients don't like cooking breakfast in the morning. A lot of people don't like cooking breakfast in the morning, and I said that's okay. But grab an apple or grab an orange or grab a protein shake because I'm big on a high protein diet. So if you don't have that, if you get up late, just grab that protein shake and keep going. They're going to jumpstart that metabolism.
Good deal. I like to hear that because, a lot of people today actually seem like they're surviving, just off of like caffeine to actually go into it. And folks, look, we're going to get right back into this. We've got a really fire hot topic on this Friday, but guess what? If you haven't noticed, you're in your moment. Welcome back to In the Moment with Quartier Kuzan on this Fire It Up Friday. And our extra special guest host that we have in here today is Richard Jefferson of Rich Body Fitness. Richard, why don't you go ahead and tell each and every person that's under the sound of our voices how they can actually contact you?
You can contact me by reaching me at my Facebook page, Richard Jefferson Jr., or you can get my phone number at 318-308-6043.
All right, folks, you heard it. That's Richard Jefferson of Rich Body Fitness. And if you'd like to call in and ask him some questions about how to actually get yourself more in shape, to get more physically fit, or how it really impacts your entire life, why don't you call in to our local number at 318-484-2500 or 877-464-2500, toll free. And you can actually reach out to us and send in your questions or comments for future shows at InTheMomentWithQuartierKuzan.com. That's InTheMomentWithQuartierKuzan.com. So, Richard, I know that before we went to the break, you actually mentioned that your choice or your preference as far as like for your personal, regimen, your personal workout routine is to promote a high protein type of, I don't want to say diet because, it's kind of like a lifestyle.
Right.
So why is that your particular preference?
Because protein is the building block of our body that will keep the muscle mass.
Mm-hmm.
So with low muscle mass, we falling, we breaking bone. So that's why I promote a high protein diet a lot.
Never thought about that. Okay. So basically, I'm thinking about it now when you just said it, high protein helps to build muscle, helps to strengthen the bones.
Right.
And, you probably, I would say that when myself personally, I had a high protein diet or so going just like, high protein lifestyle, more than 20 years ago that, I found that I really didn't get hurt. Right. I was a bulky kind of guy and everything at that point in time. And, those muscles were supporting a particular area. But, what is it that you find that why are workout regimens or nutritional aspects, why do you see so many people jumping on these fad diets? I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
I guess they're trying to figure out what really works for them. So, because my high protein diet might don't go with your lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
So you probably like keto, which is high fat diet, most like low carbs.
Mm-hmm.
So, or any other these diets is out there. So I'm gonna stop saying diet, lifestyle. So we have to, people trying to find out what really works for them, how it's gonna reach their goals quick, fast. Because someone trying to get ready for weddings, get ready for their summer body.
Oh yeah.
Some people trying to get ready for their winter body. So you trying to figure out,
get ready for the winter body.
So,
I never heard that before.
Yeah. So people just trying to figure out what really works for them.
No, that's actually really good. And he mentioned out, keto. It's actually one of the really big things out there, and keto does, from experience with individuals, even my wife included, it does work for certain particular individuals. But let's just be real, no matter what type of lifestyle or quote unquote diet that there is out there, people will take it and amend it and add and do all these different things to it. And so, we came up with that new term of, instead of keto, there's weedo out there. Anybody out there doing weedo, where you just basically do what you want to do with a particular diet, and you're strict 1 minute, hey, I'm going to get this big double quarter pounder the next, and
just work it out.
Just work it all out. We'll work it all out later. So, Richard, let me ask you this: is there? And I've seen this a lot, and I see some people make results, some people that just get stagnant, and some people that just want to quit after this. But why do you think some personal trainers try to use a one workout regimen fits all type of thing?
Because they think it worked for them. You're not going to be a personal trainer if you haven't worked out.
Mm-hmm.
So most personal trainers already have worked out, and they're like, okay, this worked for me. I can work this person out. I can work that person out, and it's going to work for them. But that's not right. You have to find out what really works for your client, and all your clients is different.
Mm-hmm.
So once you in that 2 weeks, 3 weeks span of working out with that client, you find out what works for them. It's heavyweight, what they like.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to reach that goal. It's cardio is what's reaching that goal. So you have to find out really what really works for that individual, so they can reach their goal in the amount of time that they already told you. Because they're going to come with a time, if it's that wedding in 3 months or 6 months, but you also have to go back to that slogan. It's a process. You can't rush it.
Okay, that's true. That's true. And, I never thought about that, that a lot of the times I've seen personal trainers, and it just seems like each and every time I've seen them with a client, just like I said, they've done every single thing, the same. And I didn't see anything that was specifically tailored or what have you. And I know when I see you in the gym, I see you sometimes starting off with people on cardio, sometimes with the weights, sometimes with the ropes. And I'm just like, I was thinking to myself, man, and I'm saying this to myself, he's not doing anything the same with these individuals. So I'm like, well, because I was under the mindset everyone falls into the same type of workout regimen just because of what I've actually said. So in saying that, okay, when people come to you with this microwave mentality, okay, that's the best way I can put it. This microwave mentality. Oh, I'm 50 pounds overweight and I've got to get ready for this wedding that's in 6 weeks, all right? I need to drop all of this. What you going to do for me?
I tell him, I was like, I know this guy in Miami. His name Dr. Miami. I don't know him too personally, but I think he can help you quicker than I can. So I send him to him.
Wow. It's something, and how people, like I said, they want this instantaneous thing. And, just, for the shows that we've had before this over the last couple of weeks when we dealt with mentoring and led into, levels of success, and, just how we tell each and every person, and just as you said about the process, everything that you do in life is a process. Anything that's of value, let me put it that way, okay? Anything that's of value that's going to be sustainable is a process, and it takes some things. But a lot of times, we want to try to get ahead. And like I tell people, as far as like when it comes to God's plan, he may systematically lead you step by step, but then you kind of look at him and say, wait a minute, I can show you a way to make this thing go faster, but you don't know how important the steps are between that. So what do you actually tell someone, and me saying that, what do you tell someone when they want to, I guess, skip the steps and actually want to make the process go faster?
They like to bring things called supplements in
to
make the process go faster. So I tell them that goes back to, you have to trust it. Some supplements don't work right away.
Yes.
Like, you won't even see your progress first. Mm-hmm. Other people will see it because you're always looking at yourself, or you're always stepping on that scale. So you really have to really trust it and believe what you're doing.
And, definitely I want to touch on that a little bit as we go into break, but how much, and I want you to really think about this, this is a lot of times that a lot of people go through this. And, I've been that way. I know my wife, has been that way. And everyone that I've ever known when they were just starting to work out, at how that scale, it seemed like it became that big 80-inch television screen that was right in front of you. And you looked at that scale, and it was like, wow, it was like the greatest enemy in your life when you looked at that scale. You could be you could have started out at like just say for a guy, started out at a size 42 waist, and then you got down to like a 38, 36, and you still seem like you've only lost by the scale X amount of pounds, right?
Right.
But then, of course, you're just like, man, that scale. So, you know, what the thing is that, folks, we need to just realize this, is that scale is an illusion.
Right.
That's what I had to come up with.
Get away from it. Get away from it. It's the devil. It's the devil.
My wife said it. My wife said it's a liar, and Richard just said it's the devil.
Throw it away right now.
Look, I tell you, it's we're gonna get right back on that point right before we go into the. I'm laughing over here right now. I tell you, but look. Just like we said, don't allow that scale to be a stumbling block in your life. And when we come back from break, hey, we're going to continue to be in your moment. Welcome back to In the Moment with Cortia Kuzan on this Fire It Up Friday with our extra special guest host, Richard Jefferson of Rich Body Fitness. Richard, why don't you one more time say it nice and clearly where they can all hear how to get in contact with you.
You can contact me on my Facebook page at Richard Jefferson Jr., or you can call me or text me at 318-308-6043.
And, you know, before we went to break, and, you know, we still got an opportunity for family for you to call in at the local number at 318-484-2500. And then, of course, the toll-free number at 877-464-2500, because definitely Richard is here to answer any and all type of questions that you have. But, you know, like I said, before we went into the break, we were talking about that scale, or as my wife had called it, that liar, and then Richard said the devil. He called it the devil, the scale. And I like that. So, you know, I might have to put that facial expression or something on our scale. You are the devil, you know. But look, why is it that so many people are fixated and focused, on that scale? Why does that scale have such, it seems like,
power?
Power over people when they're like trying to lose weight.
Because they want to see that number goes down. They want to see what they're doing in the gym really working. So when they don't see it working, they was like, well, why I'm doing this? Like, what I'm doing wrong. So they keep going to that scale like, have I lost a pound?
Trying to use it to measure results.
Yes. But they don't see the body fat percentage. Like, if they scale don't match your body fat percentage, I'll throw that scale away.
Okay. So it's basically like this. And it's the same way. You know, I've gone through it. You know, my wife is actually going through it, and we've had the conversation. So she said we could share a little bit. But, okay, for you ladies out there, this is for you ladies preferably. I'm not just going to single or whatever, just say, but for ladies especially, and I'm sure you're going to be able to just chime in on this. You could actually start off, and I'm trying to think of lady sizes. Okay, say 18 size. Okay, because I get confused.
You
got
to be careful with that.
Okay. So say if you have like an 18 waist, I think that is, and you know you started out at an 18 waist, and then all of a sudden you're down to a size 12, and you get on the scale, and you know you look at down there, and you may have lost probably over a course of 7 to 8 months, you may have lost like 30 pounds. And you're like, man, it's been like 8 months and only 30 pounds, right? But then all of a sudden you put those same jeans or whatever it is back on.
And it fit different.
And you literally are holding them up with the belt by your hands because they fall off of you. But why is it that it seems like women have such an issue when it comes to, you know, that scale, and basically their body fats just drop so much significantly, but they still focus on that scale?
I think with women, they really don't want to trust the process. They want that weight off right now. They want to get them edges down now. So they weigh more than we do.
Wait a minute. Did you just hear that? I hear men all across the country just talking and clapping right now. Here, brother, you brought it out. Yeah. Someone finally said it.
Right.
Someone finally said it.
So they weigh in more than we do. So they just want to see them clothes just coming off. They want to get that summer body. But so they do anything to really drop their weight. Mm-hmm. But if they just focus on the inches being lost and the body fat leaving, they'll know that they're getting healthier day by day, trusting the process.
Now, with my wife right here in the studio, she'll tell you I'm probably one of the strangest guys when it comes to women. Most guys, if they see like an attractive woman, they have to go ahead and let's just be real, they'll take an opportunity to try to step to them. But me, especially when I see a physically fit woman, I'll go up to her, but she'll tell you it every single time almost. I'll start telling, man, look at the striations and everything you got in your arm. Look at that definition and everything. And she's told me many times, something's wrong with you. I mean, something is really wrong with you. But the thing is that I know how difficult, just from seeing and being around different women, how it's much harder for them to get in shape as opposed to men getting in shape. So I appreciate that. I appreciate the work ethic that they have and, the effort. So in saying that, are there any kind of tips or any kind of points that you would actually give, to women in trusting the process?
Change it up. Like, get off the treadmill. Go run outside. It's okay to flip a tire, and it's very okay to lift heavy weights.
It's okay to flip a tire. Yeah. It's okay to lift heavy weights.
Yeah, you're not. Women don't have the testosterone in their body to get big and bulky like men.
Say that one more time. Say it clear. Say it loudly, because this is the biggest myth in all of working out. It really is. Say it loud and clear.
It is very okay to lift heavy weight. You're not going to get big and bulky because as men, we have high testosterone in our body, and y'all don't have as much, so you're not going to get big as bulky. But they do see the women that are big and bulky, like the strong women competition. Mm-hmm. They are on stuff like high testosterone,
absolutely,
high protein diets and stuff, CLAs to give body fat percentage down. They are on creatine. Mm-hmm. But so that scare other ladies. It's like, oh, I want to look like her. But let them know that you ain't going to look like me, because I take all of this and I'm in competition mode. Right. So you're not going to get big and bulky.
And, just to go ahead and touch on what he actually said, that I used to get like muscle magazines, monthly. I mean, like I said, when I was big into like weightlifting, I used to get it like all the time. And what ended up happening, just like you said, with the supplements and different things that they have, I mean, you would actually see, I guess, what did you call them? The what's that thing? Miss Olympia. There you go. Okay, these really bulky women, like the biggest guys, and all of that. And you see how we were just talking about the preparation and the nutrition, and you'd have all these containers, outlined on their kitchen counters. But then also, when they did like a back shot, you see like the supplements that they had that went out and stretched out as much as the food. So what's important? What would you suggest? Well, let me ask you this: do you think it's a good idea for not just women but men also? Do you think it's a good idea or a bad idea for them to actually have I don't even know how to verbalize this, like a role model or a photo example of where they are trying to get?
Yes, I feel like it's perfectly fine to have a goal. I would say that picture would be a goal. Mm-hmm. So it's something you can really push toward. So you really not just going to the gym, just doing anything. So you really just hitting the weight hard, but like, you know what? That's my goal. Mm-hmm. So, cause when we have a goal, we tend to hit it harder than when we just chilling and working. So I would say it's okay to have a picture or something like that on your wall or in your car, so you can look at for a push tool. I'm gonna say. So I think it's very okay.
Now I'm gonna just go ahead and admit, you're listening right now. You can just go ahead and laugh if you want. I mean, my picture that I used, a long time ago, it was Jean-Claude Van Damme in his heyday. Okay, because this dude was ripped. Okay, he had it together. He came from, a background with gymnastics and all of these different things. I mean, he was just well proportioned throughout his entire body.
I thought you were going to say something like Terry Crews.
No. See, I'm talking about something way back, But, Terry Crews is really, he's really got a really good physical shape and everything. And, of course, with his lifestyle that he has, for him to actually be able to maintain that, and just like, individuals, such as, The Rock and everyone else. But let me just tell you this. They're not just getting in the gym and doing this stuff by themselves, okay? And, they have their own personal trainer. So
when they push them.
Exactly. Sometimes you need that personal trainer as a push. And, right before we go into our next break, Rich, let me ask you this. How is it, okay, when you see, when you see someone that's about to plateau, how do you help give them that push?
So the plateau, first let me tell you what it means.
Okay.
A plateau is that thing, you lost some couple of inches, you lost a couple pounds. Now you just at a standstill.
Right.
So it's two ways to kill a plateau. I think you change your calories. If you're in a calorie deficit and you're trying to lose weight, you go down some more, or you in a calorie surplus, which you have to eat more to gain more weight, or you can more times you come in the gym. So if you in the gym 3 days a week, bump it up to 4 or bump it up to 5. If you're already at 4 or 5, now I just say stick with the nutrition part. So if you try to lose weight, just knock it down an extra 200 calories, or you trying to bulk up, just bring it up an extra 200 calories.
Folks, you heard it right here. It's not anything that's complicated. It's basically just using what's available and everything to you. And it's not about the expensive things here, the expensive things there. But look, when we come back from this break, we're going to be winding up in our final portion. And Richard's going to be bringing it home for us to let you know how you can get in your fitness level when you get right back in your moment. At the end of the moment with Cortia Kuzan on this Fire It Up Friday with my special guest, Richard Jefferson of Rich Body Fitness. Richard, go ahead and give them that contact information one more time.
You can contact me on Facebook at Richard Jefferson Jr., or you can contact me on my Facebook or on my phone, at 318-308-6043.
You know, it's like I said before, folks, friends, family, all of you that's out there under the sound of our voice, this is just about this being our radio program. I said before that this is about you actually, getting your voice to be heard and actually, getting inspired about the different things that we speak about to where it can actually enrich your life and help you to get over whatever that hump is as far as like in your life. And, as I said before, when God prompts me, I'm definitely going to go ahead and contact individuals that he places in my heart to go and, give them the spotlight, to actually let them know that, someone is actually out there looking out for them, right, and that they're actually out there wanting to see them progress, So that's one of the many reasons why we invite people to come on to the show, because like I said, they're doing it. Okay, they're just out there doing it, and then they've paid their dues, and we want to just make sure that they continue to just go higher and higher and receive the benefits of everything that God has in store for them. So in saying that, we talked about a lot of things that you probably haven't heard of as far as like off air, and one of the big things that actually got me was that Richard, you brought out about the myth about, times to eat. And, like I said, I used to work out a lot myself, and I always thought, the best time if you really want it, and that old myth of being shredded.
Right.
Right. Don't eat after like 6, or sometimes you said don't eat after 8. What's your take on all of that?
I think, like you said, it's a big myth, because you have a lot of us that work 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. shift. So if we are meant to stop eating at a certain time, what they're going to eat to get them through that 12-hour shift.
Right.
So your body works on a larger scale, like a 24, 48-hour cycle. Mm-hmm. So if you stay, it depends on your goals. For example, if your maintenance calorie is 1,500 calories, mm-hmm, and if it's 10 o'clock at night and you only ate 1,300 calories, it's okay to eat that piece of bread or something like that, whatever you craving for, because it's not going to hurt you in the long run.
Okay, he said craving for. He didn't say overindulge.
Yes,
so let me just throw that out there. He said a quick craving. I'm going to just say a quick craving, not an overindulgence.
Right. So just stay under your calorie maintenance to lose that weight.
Okay. So all right. So now you said calorie and maintenance. I know that that's probably the biggest thing for someone. How do you actually go about it? How would you actually instruct someone to maintain that certain calorie? Or should I say, what do you tell your clients?
I tell my clients we use this thing called TDEE calculator. So it asks you a couple questions: what's your age, height, weight, daily activity level, which how many times you work out a day, and all that. What's your body fat percentage? So when you plug in all that in that TDEE calculator, it's gonna give you your maintenance calorie. So take that maintenance calorie, and whatever your goal is, if it's bulking up, mm-hmm, add it by 500. If it's losing weight, subtract it by 500. If it's cutting, subtract it by 300. If it's not bulking up too much, add it by 300.
Look, and you thought it was all about putting the Twinkies and everything else down, but it's a little bit more involved in that. And look, it's really not complicated, and I know a lot of you that are listening right now, you're like, man, This guy's like big time serious. He's talking about calculators and scales and throw your scale away unless it's got water and muscle and everything like that. Personally, like I said, I'd never heard of a scale like that. But hey, I might have to look into actually getting one. But the thing that's really important is in the beginning, just like anything, just like we've been talking about on the show, it's all about comfort zone.
Right.
It's all about comfort zone. So what do you feel would be important to actually get someone to make or take that first step out of their comfort zone to actually start getting themselves in shape?
It goes back to what we first thought about. Said you have to trust it. So if you're walking on a treadmill 4 times a week, you're comfortable on that. You're comfortable on that treadmill. You're holding on to it. You're not gonna fall. You're not gonna hurt yourself. But what if I introduce a tire to you? Now you think I'm gonna get bulky. I'm gonna hurt myself. But no, if you have a personal trainer right there and he knows what he's doing or she knows what she's doing, she will make sure keep your chest up, back flat, lift with your legs, not with your lower back. And you can lift that tire. You can lift it all down the tree if you want to. You're not going to get bulky, but it's going out your comfort zone. So get off that treadmill, get off that lift, do something different. Go get a jump rope. A lot of my clients are like, I ain't jump rope since I was a kid. Oh, here you go. We're going to jump rope for 2 minutes. Let's go. Then we're going to flip this tire 5 times. So you just got to get out that comfort zone.
I tell you what, getting that jump rope, and I actually said that to my youngest daughter when we were watching a boxing movie, and I was like, man, I remember that back in the day playing ball. I mean, and right now it'd be by the grace of God to be able to jump rope right now. I mean, that's just really something. That's like high calorie burn there, buddy. High calorie burn. And I'm gonna just throw that out there that he's giving you some really good information that you can actually take and you can actually apply it. But I'm really going to touch on something. If you are actually really working out and you burn 1,000 calories during the day, that doesn't mean, and I'm sure you're going to echo it, and you go ahead and pack on 3,000 calories later on in the day.
You just gain some weight.
There you go. You just gain some weight, okay? Right. So it's okay. So for, any one of us, personally, and it's still mental for me. I'm trying to get cut instead of like bulky, and it's a mental thing just because of what I'm used to. And I know that for me to actually get lose more weight, and I've actually lost weight since going through this entire process. I'm looking at clothes I have on now, and I'm like woo woo. But then of course the whole aspect of that is the nutrition. I don't know why I keep coming back to the nutrition, but I just see that being the biggest.
It's the most important.
Yeah. I mean, how you said the 80-20 rule, and you confirmed what I would share with my wife. Like I keep saying, I know it's got to be 80% of the entire package. But what's really great about everything that you're talking about, why don't you hit on something? Just go ahead. What do you have in your heart that you want to share in like these last few minutes that we have?
It's okay to do HIIT training. I can't forget about HIIT training because I do it all the time.
Okay, and what is HIIT training?
HIIT training is HIIT, high intense interval training.
Okay.
And it's so superior now. Well, Rich, what you mean so superior now? Because all trainers are doing it. If your trainer's not doing HIIT, get away from her or him now. Because I tell my clients all the time, or people I talk to in the gym, all these treadmills not going to be in the gym, I say 10 to 15 years because of HIIT. Why HIIT so superior? Because EPOC. EPOC is what's after you finish working out, but 24-hour afterburn. So what I mean by that 24-hour afterburn is you probably burn 200 calories in that 30 minutes HIIT workout. But for 24 hours, you're going to still be burning calories after that HIIT workout. That's why it's so superior.
Wow. Okay, that right there. I didn't know that. That's something that just was a revelation to me right there. I mean, I got to make sure I get in my HIIT mode, y'all.
Yes.
Got to get in my HIIT mode, so I can have my EPOP going. So
and you probably wonder what is HIIT? It just jump ropes for 30 seconds, rest for 10. Push-ups for 30 seconds, rest for 10. So it's really intense, and it's like I said, high intense. HIIT, HIIT.
So would that kind of be under the equate, to supersets, something like that?
Nah, not really, because superset is like I do a bench press, I rest for 0 to 10 seconds, then I go right into a push-up or something like that. Now I rest for a minute. HIIT is we rolling for 30 minutes.
Well, all right, folks. You heard it today on In the Moment with Cortia Kuzan with our special guest, Richard Jefferson of Rich Body Fitness. And we thank you for tuning in today on this Fire It Up Friday. And we will see you on Motivational Monday. Take care and God bless you.